Oh, you're noticing that some bodies have penises. He has a penis, not a vagina. You're right. Some bodies have penises and some bodies have vaginas. Okay, look, I know these are hard conversations and they can be awkward and you might not know what to say, but there's a couple of things that are really important when your kids start doing a lot of talk about genitalia. Number one, I want them to know the correct names for body parts, especially body parts they have. This protects them in the long term. It is protective because children who are able to name their body parts are able to tell people if something has happened to them. They are able to set boundaries because they have the language about how to talk about their bodies. Number two, in the elementary school years, it is absolutely normal that children are curious about bodies who are different than theirs, and going to act out some of this stuff in play. And that is why some of us end up with male Barbies that look like this. Try to avoid making a huge deal out of it. When you make a huge deal out of it, you tell the child that there's something wrong about talking about bodies, or that there's something provocative or secretive about it. And you know what's going to happen next. There's going to be an uber focus on body parts. So instead, give them factual information that is just enough in a super neutral way. One of my favorite things to say is, yep, some bodies have vaginas and some bodies have penises. If they want more information, I will directly answer their questions in age-appropriate ways. You don't have to give them the full story, just answer the question. Now, it's also important for our children to understand that sometimes it's appropriate to talk about bodies and sometimes it's not. So I want them to be able to differentiate. This is a safe adult, my parent or my friend's parent or my teacher, with whom I can ask these questions. And I want them to know it's not appropriate to take said Barbie to school and give to somebody's crush. So I might say, hey, you know what? It's always okay to talk about and wonder about bodies. I'm always here for that conversation. And not everybody is very comfortable talking about bodies. For some kids, it might make them feel really uncomfortable or worried or sad or scared about their body. So when we're with other people, we don't comment on other people's bodies. And if you have questions or stuff comes up with a friend, you can always come to me or Papa or whoever and ask questions.